Hello and welcome back to Commander by Danon. Once again, we continue our series building decks around the new legendary creatures from the Brothers' War. Today's video features a go-wide deck built around the new mono-white commander, Myrel, Shield of Argive. Before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. I've been very happy with the growth this channel has had so far, and I'm excited to see where we're going. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Myrel, Shield of Argive is a 4-mana 3/4 legendary human soldier. Not only does she prevent our opponents from interfering with our turn, for the most part, she also creates an army of tokens for us. Specifically, during our turn, our opponents can't cast spells, nor can they activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Additionally, whenever Myrel, Shield of Argive attacks, we create X 1/1 colorless soldier artifact creature tokens, where X is the number of soldiers we control. Myrel harkens back to Najeela the Blade Blossom, but she's not nearly as overpowered as Najeela. Myrel is stacksy, but not game-breakingly so. She just prevents our opponents from interfering with our turn, so we don't have to play around counterspells or interaction on our turn. We're free to cast whatever spells we want. So she doesn't have the ability to win out of nowhere on turn 2 or turn 3 like Najeela does, but that's fine. Now, we could use all of these soldiers as fodder to cast a giant X spell like Walking Ballista or Entreat the Angels, but that's already been done before. After all, Heliod Suncrowned goes infinite with Walking Ballista. What I wanted was a good old-fashioned go-wide token tribal deck. So this will be Myrel, Shield of Argive, Soldier Tribal. But before we get into our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, and Myriad Landscape for ramp, War Room for card advantage, Emeria the Sky Ruin for late game advantage, Scavenger Grounds for graveyard hate, and 32 planes. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Marble Diamond, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Commander's Sphere, and Worn Power Stone make up our mana rocks. Smothering Tithe, Monologue Tax, and Smuggler's Share for treasure generation, Gauntlet of Power, and Caged Sun for mana doubling, and Keeper of the Accord for some on-theme land acceleration. Moonblessed Cleric and Recruiter of the Guard serve as our tutors, while Sarah Paragon and Sun Titan act as graveyard recursion. Esper Sentinel, Scholar of New Horizons, Dawn of Hope, Mentor of the Meek, Rumor Gatherer, and Tocasia's Welcome all serve as more traditional card advantage. Lay Down Arms, Lauren of the Third Path, Calamity's Wake, Soul Partition, Minimus Containment, Disenchant, Swords to Plowshares, Return to Dust, Cathar Commando, and Catapult Master for on-theme spot removal, as well as Authority of the Consuls, and Thalia Guardian of Thraben for some light stacks. Martial Coup is a great board wipe that is also on theme, while Farewell handles almost every threat out there. Teferi's Protection, Flawless Maneuver, Make a Stand, and Unbreakable Formation all protect our board from our opponent's interaction, while Akroma's Will is basically a win condition. We make a ton of tokens with this deck, but they aren't all attacking until next turn, so we need to ensure they stick around long enough to get the job done. Finally, Bastion Protector to help keep Myrel alive. For additional token generation, we've got Launch the Fleet, Veteran Soldier, Siege Veteran, Horn of Valhalla, Raise the Alarm, Call the Coppercoats, Prava of the Steel Legion, Hero of Bladehold, Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis, and of course, Anointed Procession. Crashing Drawbridge for haste, Audric Lunarch Marshal, and Audric Master Tactician to spread the love, Field Marshal, Sarah Redeemer, and Gold Knight Commander to pump, but our real scary cards are Cathar's Crusade, and everyone's favorite tribal support piece, Coat of Arms. Now that we have our deck, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources, split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage, 11 pieces of spot removal plus 2 stacks pieces, 2 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate, 3 sudden I win cards in Cathar's Crusade, Coat of Arms, and a Chroma's Will. So our deck checks all the boxes and is a lot of fun to play. We get to create a massive board of creatures and hopefully keep them alive for a turn so that we can win. If that doesn't work, we can always equip Horn of Valhalla to Myrel and kill an opponent with commander damage as a backup plan. How are you building Myrel's Shield of Argive? Are you also thinking go wide? Or do you have other plans for her? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my dear Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons, Jiraiya, Waffles, Muffins, Casey, Nick, Marcus, Black Dragon, Phoenix of Ice, Daniel, Kyo, and Squishy. You guys are awesome. I post news Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.